Greetings. Mr. Lee here. Okay, number 13 and 14 asks you to find the domain. Okay, so we have to look for restrictions. Domain is related to all your possible x values. Okay, so what x values can we actually have that produces valid or existing y values? Okay, so for square roots, your only restriction is you can't take the square root of a negative number, right? So if you can only have 0 or positive numbers, you can translate that into this. Okay, so this expression underneath the square root, right, has to either be 0 or positive. So x plus 12, the translation is it has to be greater than or equal to 0, right? That's mathematical language for x plus 12 is 0 or a positive number. If it's anything less than 0, it's a negative number, then this is invalid. You won't get a y value. Okay? So we just have to solve this. Pretty simple. The harder part is actually interpreting, right, what you actually have for the restriction. The solving is pretty easy. So subtract 12 on both sides, right? Your domain should be any x value greater than or equal to negative 12. Okay? So that's number 13. Number 14, we're going to look for restrictions for fractions, okay? So you should know that you cannot divide by 0, okay? You cannot divide by 0. That'll give you an invalid number. That should be the only restriction here. We don't see any other square roots or anything. So if the denominator cannot be 0, we just translate that. That means this expression, which is the denominator, cannot equal 0. Right? So we're going to solve this just like an equation, but we basically have this like, does not equal sign here. All right, so we're going to factor this. We have a quadratic. You do have a common factor here, and x comes out. So this is going to be x times an x plus 15. All of that cannot equal 0. Oops. Cannot equal 0. And then you apply your zero product property, right? Either x does not equal 0, or x plus 15 does not equal 0. Okay, so you're solving this the same way as if this is a normal equal sign, right? It's a restriction now, so we leave it as the does not equal. But you're going to get x does not equal 0, or x does not equal negative 15. Okay, so your answer key says all real numbers except for 0 and negative 15. That's what this means. Okay, you can have any number for x except for 0 or negative 15. We only found 2 restrictions. If you plug either of these numbers in, your denominator will equal 0, and that gives us the problem. Okay?